Hello, welcome to the official Orland Math Whiz channel. In today's video, I will cover prime factorization. Please click the like and subscribe buttons below. By subscribing, you will be notified of all new posted videos. If you have any questions about this video, please leave a comment and I will be happy to respond. If you wish to know more about my tutoring services, please visit my website orlandmathwiz.com. Explore, and submit an inquiry. Now, let's start activating your inner math wizardry. Prime factorization is quite simple, but that doesn't mean that it isn't all that important. To the contrary, prime factorization is an important concept to learn, since it is useful in certain aspects of mathematics. For example, it is the best way to reduce fractions to the fullest. It can also be used to obtain the least common multiple, greatest common factor, square roots, cube roots, etc. I will have videos on these applications. But for now, I am covering how to do this important concept. What is a prime number? A prime number is a number whose factors can only be 1 and itself. You may think that the number 1 is a prime number, but it's not. In fact, the first prime number is 2. Let's list the first few prime numbers. Again, 2 is the first prime number. 3 is the next prime number since you can only have 3 times 1 and nothing else. 4 is not a prime number, since not only do you have 4 times 1, you also have 2 times 2. 5 is the next prime number. 6 is not since you have 6 times 1, and 2 times 3. You probably already realize that 2 is the only even prime number, since every other even number can be divided by 2. 7 is the next one, followed by 11, 13, 17, and 19. I will leave it up to you to list more, but the list of prime numbers goes to infinity and never stops. Let's begin by prime factorizing several numbers to illustrate the process. We use what is called prime factorization tree. Exercise 1. Let's break down the number 330 into its prime parts. The first thing you may notice is that 330 is an even number. You then start with the first prime number 2 and divide 330 by 2. So, you get 2 times 165. Since 165 is not an even number, it is not divisible by 2, so you need to go on to the next prime number. 165 is not divisible by 3. But any number that ends with either 0 or 5 is divisible by 5. So, the next prime branch is 5 times 33. Since 33 is divisible by 3, we break this branch down to 3 times 11. Since we have broken down 330 into its prime parts, we are done with prime factorizing the number. Therefore, 330 is 2 times 3 times 5 times 11. Let's pause so I can point out some tricks that may help you in this process. First, when a number is even, you want to break it down into the sum of even numbers initially, divide each part by 2, then add. For example, in exercise 1, 330 is an even number. You can break down 330 by listing that 330 is 300 plus 30. Then, you can take half of 300, which is 150, and half of 30, which is 15, and then add them. This is 150 plus 15, which is equal to 165. So, 330 is 2 times 165. Then, you can continue from there. Another trick you may apply is not starting with 2 at all and use other factors that are more useful. You may break down 330 as 33 times 10. Then, you can prime factorize the rest as follows. 33 is 3 times 11, and 10 is 2 times 5. This gets you to the same answer. This is very helpful in making the prime factorization more efficient than going through the prime numbers sequentially. Exercise 2. Let's prime factorize the number 560. 560 is 56 times 10, so that is the first branch of the tree. You may recall that 56 is 8 times 7. 8 is 2 times 4. Then 4 is 2 times 2. 10 is of course 2 times 5. You are done since all the numbers are now prime. So, 560 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. Exercise 3. Prime factorize the number 714. 714 is equal to 700 plus 14. Take half of 700, which is 350, and half of 14, which is 7. So, the first branch is 2 times 357. 357 is divisible by 3. So, the next branch down is 3 times 119. 119 is 7 times 17. Since all of the numbers are now prime, we are done. 714 is 2 times 3 times 7 times 17. It takes practice to quickly prime factorize. But keep working and you will become more proficient with the process. This completes today's video on prime factorization. Please remember to like and subscribe below. Unleash the math wizard in you. Mathematics and physics are the languages that explain the whole universe.